to Wild Bearings video. Today I'm going to be tying probably one of the most prolific bugs that I have in my fly box, and I use this quite often. And I think you'll find it to be a staple in your box as well. And so we're going to get started here. In the vise, I have a Big T jig hook, and that's a size 12. Typically tie these in 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. I do have a Big T tungsten slotted 3.5 millimeter copper bead on, and then I've also got 0.015 lead-free wire, and that really helps get this bug down. So let's get started here. I'm going to do a few wraps and get our thread. This is fluorescent orange 70 denier, and I do a couple of unique things with this fly that I really like, and one in particular adds a lot of durability to this fly, and that's very important because it will catch fish, and the more you catch, the more this fly will get abused. But works really well on tailwaters, wild streams. So what I like to do, and what's a little different with this particular soft hackle, put a decent sized stinger on this fly. That's the name, stinger, soft hackle. And I get it pretty good size here. And then back to the durability issue, the reason that I'm about to do what I do, which is using UV resin. I do have solar res, so I tie this in a number of different colors. So this is fluorescent chartreuse. I've got red oxide. And so, but for today, for this video, I'm going to use orange. Take my bodkin, and all I'm going to do is grab just a little bit on the end here, and then I'm going to apply that to the butt. Now, the great thing about this stuff is it, number one, doesn't take much, and number two, when you get it on, it really just kind of lays down by itself. And I'm going to get just a little bit more here. If it gets on your vise, that's okay. Even if you torch it, it'll flick off your vise. If it gets on your hook point, which I just did there, that's okay. You can take that off. I keep a towel handy just to pull that off. Make sure my bodkin stays clean. I'm gonna come in and get that hook point just to make sure, and then I'm gonna get my UV torch out. So again, this is a fly that Big T showed me many months ago, but on this particular fly, I added a few things to it. Really helped quite a bit. I found that I was catching so many fish on these that it required to really add some durability to that butt section because it kept unraveling. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I really like this. Flip it around. Mad Rabbit Dubbing Plus. Again, I get this from Big T. This is natural. There are other colors that are really nice. Same product. So there's a rusty brown. Here's another. You can see this is a olive. So again, has just a little bit of flash. What's really nice about this is that it picks up some, has some extra large guard hairs in it, and really gives it that buggy look. When we get to the hackle, for today, I've got India henback. Now this is natural, but I've been tying actually with Prince Brown, and really like the color and the variation. It looks really pretty. And you'll see here on the fly. Now I've already pretty much got a feather ready to go, just for speed purposes. Now what I like to do is I'm going to preen this feather back, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm a little ahead here, but I'm going to show you how I strip these off just on the bottom side, okay, and get this feather ready. And then I'm going to come around and put a little bit of a V right here, and I'm going to set that aside because I got ahead of myself a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to start my dubbing noodle. Again, you'll see some of this Mad Rabbit Plus the flash starting to pop through, gives it a little bit of action. Really, really good stuff. And then when we go to dub this on, you're gonna see how it looks. Now I'm gonna start out with a nice, just above that hot spot. And I'm just gonna start dubbing this around. And you see how that Mad Rabbit is already going crazy on us. I'm gonna put just a little bit more here, finish it up, move that noodle up. And that'll just about get us right there. If you get into that bead a little bit, that's okay. Just lay down a little bit of thread. So again, I'm gonna stop right here. You can see we're getting kind of wild and crazy. I may snip off some of those really, really long ones. But for the most part, if you see here, I'm gonna leave this thing pretty bushy. I like it when it gets wet, it'll lay down and adds already to the hackle. Now I'm gonna take that hackle. Now, a little trick here, guys, and you probably already know this, or uncord your line, your thread, okay? And when I do that, what it does is it'll automatically kick that thread to the left, and it really helps kind of tie this in. Now, I don't clean up this mess. You could reach in there with your scissors and you could clean up that V that you left at the top of your hackle. I don't. And then all we're gonna do is just start wrapping this. After I get a first wrap, I'll start preening some of this back. I tie so many of these, I just don't spend a whole lot of time being too technical. I don't think you have to. Put a couple of wraps here, a couple of wraps in the front. I'll leave a little bit of a stem there. Again, not necessary, just my preference. I'm gonna pull these back. And then what I try to do is just do a couple wraps back just to get those hackle to lay down. Okay, I'm gonna come back with my dubbing. And I mean, I'm just gonna add a little bitty loop here. Not a loop, you know what I'm saying? But a little bit of dubbing for a collar. Go around a few times. And then I'm gonna add another hot spot collar. And that's about it, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, do another little whip finish here. 3 or 4 turns. And that is a soft hackle hare's ear with a bead. You could tie these without a bead, but man, I find most of the time, apply a little Sally Hansen's, and that's it. So again, great fly in green, in red. You could do all kinds of colors. Orange tends to be the most successful that I have. You again could do lime green. A couple weeks ago here in North Georgia, it was lime green was tearing them up. And again, just a great all-around fly. You're just not going to find a fly like this in a fly shop. If you're interested in them, go to wildbearings.com and you can buy them there. You can get all your fly tying materials. I get 99% of my materials from Big T Fly Fishing. And he has all of these unique products that I really, really like. But anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, then please email us at support@wildbearings.com, and we'll be glad to answer any of those questions that you have. And I think for the rest of my day, I'm going to be working on a new bamboo rod for somebody. So check those out at our website as well. Thanks.